Hey everybody, I'm going to show you my menu for the week and then I'm going to show you what I've prepped for food. And sorry if it's wobbly, this is just the way I do things right now. I am looking for a template to do on my computer, but right now this works for me. So I just planned Monday to Friday. That way it's just easier for me. Weekends are very hit or miss. So as you can see, I keep it simple. In the mornings, 2 scrambled eggs, cereal and fruit. And then also I did put mashed sweet potato as I would fry that smashed up sweet potato, and then put my eggs on top of it. I may or may not have avocado, and I may or may not have a little bit of peanut butter on my cereal. So I don't really put that down because it all just depends on me and my mood. But that's basically what it is. I will show you my cereal. Now for lunch, I'm pretty open, and I'm pretty simple. I've got my Greek chicken bowl. I've got these loaded sweet potato skins, and I'll probably have a vegetable with it. Then I could do my Greek chicken bowl or a tabbouleh bowl. Same thing, spinach with chicken and quinoa or Greek chicken bowl. Basically what I'm going to probably have this week, other than I want to try these loaded sweet potato skins that I got off the Fix8, is I'm going to make up Buddha bowls, if you want to call it. So I'll be using cauliflower rice, lettuce, tomato, cucumbers, chicken, sweet potato, and I probably might try, if I don't use sweet potato, black beans as my carb this week because I love it in my Buddha bowls. Then for dinner, like I said, I'm very straightforward. Tomorrow I'm going to make, I've already made the chicken, so pulled chicken, and I've got a homemade barbecue sauce I'll put on it and top it with a sweet potato. So then tomorrow will be no yellow for my lunch. Then it's pretty straightforward. Any meat I want. I like salmon and veggies. I have ahi tuna. I'm going to try Japanese noodle salad, and we might have burgers on Friday. So that kind of stuff. And then like I've mentioned before, I don't snack. But I do get my Shakeology in, so it really depends on if I have it between 3 and 4 in the afternoon, or I might have it first thing in the morning and then have my breakfast around 9 to 9:30. I'm still working on what works best for me. Okay, so that's that, and I'm going to take you over and I'm going to show you my food. Everybody, so like we were just talking about with my menu, I'm going to show you some of the stuff I have prepped or what I eat and how I do it. I do it a little differently than everyone else. I've seen lots of meal prep videos, but this is just the way that works for me. So I have some well, I didn't bake it. I used my crock pot and just put some chicken breasts in with water and salt and pepper and let them cook for about 4 hours. And then I pulled it apart. And what I'll be doing here is I have a clean eating barbecue sauce, which I'm going to make up probably tomorrow. And I'm going to top half of a baked sweet potato with that chicken and some diced purple onion. And I have 2 baked sweet potatoes. So this long one I'm going to use for my loaded sweet potato skins. This one I'll be topping for 2 meals, or maybe 1. Be topping half of one with my pulled chicken. So I did those up ahead of time. I also have just cooked up some little chicken breast pieces that I'll use in my burrito bowls. And this week I'm really leaning towards more black beans in my burrito bowls. So my burrito bowls are chicken, lettuce, black beans, cucumber, tomato, all that kind of good stuff. So that's probably what it's going to be more often than not for my lunch, like whether it's the Greek chicken bowl or my Buddha bowl type things. I like that. It's really tasty. Now as far as cereal, I mentioned cereal. I have 3 options. So I have overnight oats I've just prepped. They'll go in overnight. And so you just measure in your yellow for that. And I always use large flake for overnight oats. And remember, I mentioned before, it's 1 cup oats to 1 cup of whatever dairy you use. And I used unsweetened almond milk. Then after that's done, because this only be 2 meals, I have an option to do quick cooking oats. And then I have this Red River cereal I've talked about before. I really like it. It's pure grain. That's all it is. It's super, super healthy. And just to tell you again what the ingredients were, as I've mentioned before, in case you're asking me, the ingredients are pretty straightforward, so you can't see it, it's blurry, but it's steel cut wheat, steel cut rye, cracked and whole flax. So that's that. The only problem with this one is it takes about 15 minutes to cook, and sometimes I'm a little bit lazy first thing in the morning. So that, and then now on here, I have a Japanese noodle salad. This is also off the Fix8 cooking channel. I watched it on Friday as I do my meal planning and menu planning Fridays, and then I get my groceries on Saturday and do my prep on Sunday. That's just what works for me. This salad was on Fix8, and these noodles are what Autumn recommends. They're called shirataki noodles, and as you can see, no gluten, no cholesterol, they're vegan, no sugar. These are not really noodles. They are made from a plant, and I don't remember what she said they were. She said they last a year in the fridge, and you can see they're in liquid, and they explain how to drain and rinse and cook them, or like just dry cook them. Yeah, you dry them very well. So you dry cook them with nothing. And I can't see what they're made of. Oh, yam, flour, some kind of preservative, and water. So that's it. So these aren't really noodles. They're not a green. She said it came from a root, and I just don't remember what root it was. Yeah, it says white yam noodle substitute. So this is what I'm going to be making this noodle salad out of. So any recipes you might want, let me know for that. I'm just going to keep it simple, but I like to try something different all the time. And then just another thing to touch base and let you guys know, like when I'm talking about my barbecue pulled chicken and topping one of my baked sweet potatoes, I may switch and have that for lunch because it is a carb, and then have a nice light Buddha bowl with no carbs for supper. But when I menu plan like this, it just gives me a real rough idea of what I like to have. I don't normally cook up my protein like for supper ahead of time because I can do that after work. So if I want a piece of fish, I cook up my fish, and I've told you guys before, I like to have my veggies fresh. I don't like to pre-cook them and have them all soggy. So if I want Brussels sprouts, I'll roast some Brussels sprouts and bake salmon all at the same time. And that's just what works for me, but this is just a base guideline, and then you need to figure out what works for you. Right now I'm finding when I have my Shakeology at 3 or 4, I'm not overly hungry at supper, and I don't know if that's impeding my weight loss progress. So I may have it first thing in the morning where I work out at 5, and I don't get to eat till probably 9 or 9:30 in the morning. So I might have it early after my workout and then have my breakfast a little bit later. But like I said, I don't know. I'm still working on what works for me. But Shakeology, I have to have it every day because it helps keep me regular and really helps my stomach. I know it's TMI, but you know, that's me. That's how I am. And when it comes to the burger, I have lettuce that I will be wrapping it up in. I'm really going to try to watch my carbs. And honestly, I've been over-carbing it because 2 carbs a day is just not enough for me, or so it seems. But I'm going to give it a shot and really try to work hard this week. And I will make a video or take pictures and post what I'm having this week. And then if you want any recipes, just let me know. But this is just a general guideline. The sweet potato I'm going to have in different forms this week. And then I'm going to have black beans as my carb in my Buddha bowls because I absolutely love black beans. If you've never had them, just make sure that you rinse them really good before you put them in your containers. And I may do half a container of black beans and half a container of quinoa. So it's kind of up in the air with my Buddha bowl as far as that. But this just gives you a great idea. This is what I eat. And then fruit is the same thing. I don't like to pre-chop it and have it prepared because I can chop it because I'm home. And that's just what works best for me. But the fruit I have this week is strawberries, blueberries. I have pineapple, oranges, bananas, apples, and then I have a bag of mixed frozen fruit. So, oh, and grapes. But the grapes usually for the kids. I usually would stick to strawberries, blueberries, and banana. So that's what I've got going on. I just wanted to show everybody real quick. If you have any questions, hit me up and I can give you any of my recipes if you want to see any of these pictures. I have posted the picture for the barbecue pulled chicken topped sweet potato on my Instagram from a few weeks ago when I had it. And then I've always got Buddha bowls on there, even way down in Instagram, because I always eat stuff like that. And then we're having a roast tonight. So any leftover roast beef, I may just throw that in one of my bowls instead of my chicken. But I just like to have lots of options ready, especially lunch. Lunch is a tough one for me because when I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And if I don't have something ready, I'll just grab what I shouldn't. So there you go, guys. Just a quick rundown of what I'm going to have. And you can see, excuse my handwriting, it is terrible. But this just gives me a real good idea. When I always do 2, I'll probably have 2 greens. I like 1.5 green for lunch so that I can have 1.5 green normally for supper. So that's just what works for me. I love vegetables. So I usually try to have 1.5 for lunch and 1.5 for supper. Not normally do I have 2 with lunch, but I would have 2 veggies with supper. So there you go, guys. And this one here, there is no protein in here that I've seen, that I remember seeing in that, but I might throw some chicken in on the side. Anyways, just thought I'd give everyone a shot of my meal prep, how I do it. It is definitely different than anyone else. And, oh, one more thing. If you're interested in these noodles, I had a hard time. That's why I went out again today. I didn't see them at Walmart. These are in your grocery store in the cold section because they're cold Asian. So I found mine at Save on Foods where they keep the wonton wrappers in the cold section with other fruits and veggies and stuff like that. So that's just where you can find those. I hope they're good, but I know Autumn said that these keep for a year. So I bought 2 packages because they were only about $2.50, and I'll give it a shot. So I'll let you know container count with this one. I thought I wrote it down. Oh, if I remember correctly, it's half a green and half a yellow. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. I'll look it up and I'll let you know. Anyways, guys, I'm going to sign off, and that's just my quick meal prep and my menu plan for this week. And I will take pictures or video and show you every meal that I have throughout the week so you can have an idea of what I eat. Take care, guys. We'll talk soon.